Her smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy. A straight talker is Smiley. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch Smiley's story on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can matter. Go Smiley. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man, she won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place at Smiley's table, watch the clock, it takes time for sure. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass. So don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you, or that friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring them kids home. If your child is missing, you want Smiley on the case. She is always willing and she gives so much grace. She's a Smiley, alright. She's a Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you're guilty, you better feel fear.
She was born and bred in Nashville, but she walks the beaches down in Florida sand. A mother and wife, a daughter, a sister, trying hard to do the best she can. She found her voice with a heavy heart, looking for purpose with trembling hands. And giving this all a new start, moving ahead, speaking for ones who can't. And she says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones unheard, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. Her mom mama fought cancer while she was searching. Stories that needed a gentle voice. We saw summer's name and felt the heart ache and tried to bring light where there was no choice. And when she heard us the best in her sadness rose, she prays for truth through the noise. She'll follow wherever the story goes, seeking their dignity, a child's joy. She says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones on her, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. She said, I am who I am, I stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones of her. And she's got a caring heart that won't be turned.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all being here on this December 27th, Saturday night, 2025. Thank you. Hello, 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 everyone. H. Davis, hello. Good to see you. Hello, Raymond. Raymond, you're learning. I'm the last minute, honey. You're learning. Welcome in, everybody. Please hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much. Hello, my beautiful Millie. I hope you're having a great day. Love you bunches, Millie. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello, Lisa Thompson. Hello, hello, hello. Susie, hi Susie and Rogue, hello, hello. I'm so glad y'all are here and could make it. That's why I like, thank you Millie for that. I definitely need that. That's why I like mixing it up. Sometimes coming in, some, late, sometimes in the afternoon. Sometimes I just do what I do, honey. Welcome, Rogue. Thank you. Happy holidays to you, and I hope you've had a beautiful Christmas. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Hello, Karen. Thank you so much. Woo! Thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very, very much. Thank you so much. And let's see, did I miss somebody here? Okay, yep, there you go. Okay, yeah, I'm just getting up there. Thank you, Karen. Let me see. Let me see something here. Let me see something here. It ain't always handy, but let me. I need some new ones. Thank you so much, Karen. I appreciate you very much. Hello, Chuchi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here so much. I hope everybody comes in and sits down and takes a listen. This live is important. Did you change your name? Lord, I'm that bitch. Mama Bear. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. You changed your name on me, honey. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you all for being here. Hello, hello, hello. Let me go down here and make sure I'm not missing anyone. It's hard sometimes to see on the vertical. If you're over in the vertical, hello to you as well. I'm not sure if they all come in together here or not. I am still trying my very best to figure this out. But we will get there. I don't know if they all come in. If anybody knows, let me know. Come in on the same screen I'm looking at or not. I don't know, but I love you all. That's what I know. I love you all. Thank you for being here. So was everybody's holidays good? We are on the 27th of December now. You know, goodness gracious, time flies. Time flies. It sure does. It sure does. Oh, I'm sorry, H. Davis. I am sorry. Well, I hope your New Year's gets better and better and better. I do. I really do. Thank you all so much for being here. Tonight, I wanted to talk about something I was not aware of until today, but this is pretty recent. It happened in, I think, 2024. It went to court, and the arrest, all the things happened here recently between May 2025 and August. And I did a little research on it, and I thought, this is important. In my opinion, I think it's important. But I want to read the disclaimer. I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. This content is shared for awareness, education, and public safety purposes only. All information discussed is based on public information that is available in the records and media reports at the time of this live. No speculation is intended regarding private individuals, family matters, or information that's not officially released anyway. This content does not promote harassment, vigilantism. No, we are not doing all that, honey, or harm of any kind to anyone. Names are mentioned only when they appear to be verified in public records. This channel does not condone. Listen to me. This is a true fact. This channel does not condone or tolerate child exploitation or abuse in any form. This discussion is intended to highlight the importance of reporting suspected child abuse and protecting children. Now, I will tell you, there may be some triggering points. Take care of your heart, take care of your health, take care of yourself. Viewer discretion is advised. I am advising you now. I have advised you in the description, and I am telling you. If you need to step away, then please do. But I think this is going to be an important live. If I find something important, I'm going to do it, or I'm going to put it out. Viewer discretion is advised, and this content is not suitable for young audiences. If you or someone you know is struggling or in danger, please contact local law enforcement or a trusted professional. And I want to go ahead and read my copyright. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming in, and anybody I missed, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1986. This content is presented for educational, informational, commentary, and public awareness purposes only. Uses of any copyrighted material is believed to fall under fair use and provided for in Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act. Fair use includes purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And I know on my part, no copyright infringement is intended. All rights belong to their owners. So please, y'all come in, sit down. Thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe, And I appreciate you so much. Let's get this information out. This person on my screen. This person. Mark Allen LaBelle, 35 years old. He's 37 now. This might be sick and disturbing to some of you. Again, please, no kids in here, no young adults. Mark Allen LaBelle, who is now 37, he is registered already. He was a former maintenance worker at Cedar Springs Public Schools in Michigan. He was arrested after his wife found child sex abuse material on his phone and on his computer. That's who he is. She thought he was cheating. Cheating was far from her problems. That was not what he was doing. Well, I guess in a way it was, but it was more terrible. It was much, much worse than what she ever could have dreamed of. That's who he is. That's who he is. Take a screenshot, blow it up with your fingers. Look at this. Let's watch. I'll watch one of the videos first.
On the show,
NBA champion Joe Mazzulla.
Diana Taurasi.
We begin tonight with a crime alert. A former employee in the Cedar Springs School District is charged tonight with possession of pornographic images of children. Mark LaBelle worked in the district's maintenance department. As 13 on Your Side's Callie Lichter reports, it was LaBelle's wife who turned him in to authorities.
The court is concerned regarding potential risk of flight and also safety of our community and safety of children in general.
Cedar Springs Public Schools maintenance worker Mark LaBelle has been under investigation since August. In late August, court documents obtained by 13 on Your Side say LaBelle's wife observed child sexually abusive material on his phone and turned him into authorities. Authorities say LaBelle admitted he has an addiction to sexually explicit material. We are told investigators found nothing on his phone, but more than 100 images of children on his laptop.
The risk factors include that these two charges are most serious felony charges. It involves allegations involving images of children. Kids are different.
A statement sent by Cedar Springs Public Schools earlier this week says LaBelle did not work directly with students, and the district has no indication any students were involved. The district placed LaBelle on administrative leave when the investigation was brought to their attention in August. The statement also says in part, the safety and well-being of our students is our top priority. Prior to employment, all applicants are vetted through a rigorous process of background checks and reviews. Continuous training and attention to student safety and well-being is an ongoing focus in our district. LaBelle does not have a previous record and was employed by the district for 3 years.
The court is concerned regarding the safety of our community, and for those reasons, the court sets bond in the amount of $50,000, cash or surety.
Callie joins us now. And Callie, what are the penalties for these charges against LaBelle?
If convicted of possessing child sexually abusive material, LaBelle faces up to 10 years in prison, and a conviction of using a computer to commit a crime is also a 10-year sentence. Both charges are felonies, Juliet.
Callie, thank you for that.
That's just the start of it. That's just the start of it. And I don't understand these people, man. I don't understand them. I don't. Sick. And thank God he wasn't working directly with children. But okay. He was a maintenance man in the school districts. He had plenty of access to children. You know, I don't know what we need to do on these background checks. There's different levels of background checks, different levels. And some of them will not catch everything. Some of them is just for your state. Some of them is for everywhere. And I think, I don't know, they just need to do away with the basic BS, and they need to literally fully check, or these people don't need to be around children. We're going to get into it. So we know he was 35, and then he was 37 on the registry now. I looked this up. I even FOIA'd some things, but he's a former maintenance worker at Cedar Springs Public Schools in Michigan. He was arrested after his wife found child abusive material on his phone and his computer. He pleaded no contest to aggravated possession of sexual abuse material. That's a felony offense. And he pled to that in February of 2025. According to Michigan Sex Offender Registry, he was convicted on February 2025 in Kent County 17th Circuit Court of aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material. His status is now listed as incarcerated as of 5/30/25 with a Michigan Department of Corrections number listed with it. That bothered me, just so you know. I had to go looking. But anyway, we'll get there in a minute. FYI, aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material generally means not just simple possession, but possession of material that meets certain heightened legal criteria involving minors and specific contents. The registry listing also shows he's required to register as a sex offender in Michigan following his conviction. That he was, and he did, he had to, and he will continue to have to. As of mid-2025, he was in custody. However, public reporting don't report all that. It does not clarify all that, whether he remained in custody or not. So, you know me, just in case, I went and looked it up myself. I did my research myself. And yes, he still is in custody. Thank God. And I hope he never gets out. He needs to stay there, in my opinion. He may never make it out. I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Millie's over at the vertical screen. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. He pleaded no contest to aggravated possession, and he was sentenced in the spring of 2025. That was in Kent County. So I went a step further and I looked in Michigan Department of Corrections. It looks like he got 3 years, but it says his earliest release date was 4/19/2027. His maximum discharge date was 4/19/2035. As we heard that lady on the news, and we said he was facing 10 years, but I don't know how they handled their stuff there. It's just hard to find. I did FOIA, and I did do some research. Now, and I'll put that up in just a little bit and show you what I got. But I did FOIA. They will probably mail me that back in 24 to 48 hours. This is the weekend, and it was evening, and I will put it either in my community post or somewhere so you will see. But hopefully his ass stays in there 10 years or more or whatever. Now, here's the part. His wife, she cooperated fully with law enforcement. She was very persistent. She found this, okay? She thought he was cheating, okay? But he claimed when the police got him and they questioned him, he claimed the material was AI and it was not real, and these kids were not real, and it was just something he had been doing about a week. You know, isn't that what they all say? He knew he couldn't get out of it. They did find where some of these were AI. Again, it don't matter. Sicko, it don't matter. But his wife's actions directly led to a real victims being identified. Thank God for her. Most wives would turn their cheeks. Most wives will worry about their own damn self, not these kids. Thank God for this woman. Authorities credited her report as key to the investigation and for them continuing it. When I was first watching this next one we're going to watch, I thought, oh my God, they're not going to do anything. They don't have enough. Nope. Not only did they have enough, they listened to her even when she thought they weren't listening, and that should be a lesson to us all. I'm so glad she turned him in, because that took strength and it took courage. She did what was best for all children. She did what was best for all children. Children she didn't even know. Absolutely, Raymond. It took strength and it took courage. They even had children together. Thank God they said they were not harmed. I won't keep y'all waiting on that. But his wife this woman thought her husband was cheating on her. That's when she found something far, far worse. She suspected her husband was cheating. Instead, she uncovered something unthinkable, unimaginable, something no wife would ever in their dreams dream of. Nobody normal would ever think that. Hey, Karen. Hello, everybody coming in. On her husband's phone, she found numerous photos and images involving children. They were married and they had children together. She never thought this could happen to her family. Listen, y'all, never say never. Never say never. I believe she was a nurse, and he worked as a maintenance man in the school systems of all places. Of course he did. He left the house when they had their argument. When she found this, she immediately called the cops. She didn't even really go through his phone right away. She saw what she saw. Okay. She saw what she saw. But they found him. They got him. They took him in. And when confronted and was later questioned by the police, he claimed he was addicted to the images, but insisted the children were not real. He told law enforcement that they were AI generated. He repeated that story day after day after day. But it didn't stop there. Thank God the police did not stop investigating. Thank God his wife did not stop pushing. What they found next proved he was doing far more. Hey, Janice, he was doing far more than he ever admitted. He lied to them. I don't know why them charges wasn't stuck on there too, but anyway. The police identified after that when they went, when they went back, I don't think much was on his phone because some of them were real AIs. Okay. So they really couldn't do nothing at that point, but they kept investigating, even though at that point I thought, oh my God, they're not going to do anything. They did. I still have not gone through Roger's wallet or email. For me, it's a trust issue. I have the passwords, but I knew he was a good man. See? There you go. There you go. Well, she knew something was off. She knew something was off. But what they found next, because she would not stop pushing, she offered him everything under the sun. What they found next moved this entire investigation fast forward into his incarceration. What they found next provided this was far more than he admitted. So the authorities then identified 22 files recognized by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children database, meaning at least 22 of them was real victims, not AI, honey. They were real children. That was a computer later received, and it had over 100 images. See, when he could no longer claim AI, it's fake, they're not real, it's been a week, it's just something I started, I couldn't stop, I got addicted to it. Oh, bullshit. He changed his story then, saying the material at one point was over 10 years old that he had on his laptop. And he said, of course. He had no idea how it got there. He didn't know. That lie didn't hold water, honey. They listened to him. They talked to him. They gave him chances after they found that. They explained to him what they found, how they found, and all the things. And he still tried to lie his way out of it. He thought, in my opinion, he was going to get up and walk out again of that police station. Well, he didn't. They told him to kick his shoes off. He was arrested. He was under arrest. If that was his story and he was sticking to it, they didn't need a story anyway. But his bond was set at $50,000. I think that's low, but okay. It happened. That's water under the bridge. It don't matter. He's in jail now. He's in prison now. This case went to court February 20, 2025, and then the sentencing took place in April 2025. You know, let's just be clear. This stuff is not normal, and it's not a mistake, and it's not something you can explain away. How in the heck does people think they can explain this stuff away? Why do they even bother? I'm so proud of his wife. I am proud of her. Reporting your spouse, especially when you share children, your finances, a home, it's got to be devastating. I'm sure she was likely in shock, broken, traumatized. But she did the right thing. She put all children, not just hers, all children's safety first. She did the right thing. I'm telling y'all, children's safety comes before everything. It comes before your marriage. It comes before your income, your reputation, your comfort. Don't matter. These kids do. They can't help themselves. It comes before your fear of being alone. So what? Be alone. You know what? You're going to miss your boat with that Mr. Right or Miss Right if you keep staying with creeps like this. Even if you don't know the child, even if it destroys your life as you know it, so be it. Children matter more, period. They matter more, period. I want to watch something else. I'm going to turn a tiny bit of music on here, although this is under copyright. Some places I don't know, and I'll turn it down a little bit. I don't know how some people are, but trying to get this information out, I don't know how anybody can object. So I got my music on low, and I'm doing this. Y'all can drop that link if you will, please. I kind of blanked the word out, but that is the channel right there. It is spelled all the way on the channel, just FYI. But they get full credit. This is their video. We're going to watch it. We're going to discuss it.
On my husband's phone. Right here's Kara.
Where's he at?
I've seen this. And I never thought it would happen to me. And we got kids. One of them.
The case begins inside a home in Cedar Springs, Michigan, where deputies respond to a call from a woman who has just discovered something on her husband's phone that she can't ignore. They speak with her at the residence, where she explains through tears that she found images involving children on the device and immediately knew that what she was looking at was not accidental or harmless.
I found some stuff on my husband's phone. Right here's Kara.
Where's he at?
He left because he knew.
He knew?
Yeah, he was acting really weird this morning about his phone. Yeah, sorry.
Her
My dad, yeah. That's my mom and 2 kids. He was acting really weird about his phone, so I took it out of his pocket and Dad against his
He's Muskegon and Murray and Cedar Springs.
Robert.
Robert,
You know it's a 12-year-old.
0, Sam Yellow,
like
gray
the title or whatever.
4 with 1.
Like it, I don't know.
Okay, I can't search it. That's his phone?
Yeah,
I can't search it.
okay.
Okay. I am not asking you to search it.
See, I don't know how they do things there, but honey, you let somebody here show the police that. I don't give a damn whose phone it is. They're going to say, go ahead, open it up. But anyway, let's just continue to watch.
I will search it.
I'm not
I will
asking.
do that.
I'm not asking you to, and I'm not making you an agent of the state. Okay?
I understand
that's
that
how-
if I go through it, that's not going to mess up any investigation.
As far as I'm not gonna ask you to
No,
show
I know.
me anything.
Okay, but can I willfully?
It's up to you.
I'm sorry. This is not what.
Has he ever been in trouble for this type of thing?
Not to my knowledge. I took his computer too.
Okay, I'll take both of those. Where's he at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he make any suicidal statements or?
No, about
like
the
that.
last thing I said to him was, "You're going to prison." And then he left. So, yeah, I have his pass. Can I show it to you?
If you'd like.
And that's as far as I got.
What is that?
I,
Is that a website?
yeah.
What is that? Is it just a picture? Or?
Yeah. It's like a AI thing.
She tells officers she didn't confront her husband or try to rationalize it away because once she saw the content, she felt she had only one option, which was to call the police. That call starts the Martha.
In my opinion, she definitely did the right thing. I don't know why it sounds like it's jumping around, but y'all, I have no idea. But however, she did the right thing. She might have confronted him. I'm thinking here she says they argued maybe an hour or something. He's a Dumbo too. He didn't give her his password at first, but then I thought I heard her say she finally got his password, but she didn't go through his phone. But the thing is, she called the police right away. I can tell you right now, she's standing there talking to that cop, but she's in shock. She ain't believing none of this is happening. Can you imagine? Because I can't. I certainly can't imagine what is going on through her mind at that point right there. I can't imagine. But she put these kids first. She absolutely did, and I thank God. Not just her kids, all kids. All kids. There's no telling how many kids she literally saved, getting the scum off of the street.
LaBelle case, a case rooted in a decision made inside a family home before any arrest, charges, or headlines existed.
I have a computer.
Is that the only electronics you have access to that you're aware of?
Well, we have a PlayStation 5, and then my daughter has a couple games. But
I'm over here. Is that the only video that you saw? Or was there any videos, or was it just that?
I haven't looked through it. Just called you guys.
Do you have that open still so I can just kind of...
Inside the house, deputies asked her to carefully walk them through how she found the images, where the phone was, and what specifically appeared on the screen.
Run me through how this all played out today.
So I was sitting there at 8-month-old bed, and we were supposed to have a cookout, and she just disappeared. And after I got settled down, I was trying to find him, and I walked out to her driver's side door, and he threw his phone in his pocket and standing in here, and looked all frazzled, and I was like, what the heck? And he was like, oh, I was just talking to Eddie, which is his friend, and he was acting really weird. So he grabbed a leaf blower and started leaf blowing the grass out of the garage, and I took it out of his pocket and walked away with it, and he followed me because I thought he was cheating, and he followed me, and he was like, give me my phone, and I was like, give me your passcode. And he was like, no. And this went on for like an hour where we were just going back and forth.
Were you here for any of this?
No.
Let me stop it a minute. I don't know what it's trying to do, honey, but she did the right thing. I'm so glad that they covered her face and blanked her face out, although I'm sure now everybody knows who she is. I just hope she don't ever be looked at wrong or sideways or crooked. She can't be praised enough. She really cannot be praised enough. You know, that had to be hard. That had to be very, very, very hard on her. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's her father there with her. You know, I don't know if they were already there. It's a wonder the father didn't, if he was there, beat the crap out of him. I'm just saying, you know, again, that had to be an explosive, shocking situation there. It did.
No, they showed up at the last second. I was just telling them, like, get out, like, you're obviously cheating, this is super weird. And he eventually was like, if I give it to you, like, passcode, can we have a conversation? And I was like, no, like, or I said, yeah, give me your passcode, and he did. And then I was like, okay, now you can go. I didn't look at it yet. And then they showed up, so I got kids ready because I wanted them to leave because I thought he was cheating. So I thought we were going to have a conversation about that. So they get the two kids and walk out. And then I pull it up for this time and I see that. So then I came back out and told my dad to come back in with me so I could grab my stuff and go because I was just going to go to the police station with this. But I just didn't call you guys because I'm so disgusted.
And then what happened with him?
I told my mom to take the kids and go because I didn't want to be here because I'm now freaking out. And my dad stayed back when we were over here. He came out, got me stuck in house.
Did he say anything to you about what?
No.
Okay, she said she had her mom even take the kids and leave because she didn't want her kids to see any of that. You can tell she's a good person. She's a good mom. But yeah, in case you didn't hear that or read that, she said her dad was there with her, but she had her mom take the kids and leave with the kids. That was the proper thing to do. That was the right thing to do. These kids don't need to see that. They don't need to be scared. You know, they didn't need all of this. I don't know how in the world, after everything went down, they were explained to this, but she did the right thing. She did all the right things, in my opinion.
So when I went back in the room, I was still in pajamas because it started early, and to get dressed, and I looked around the corner in our bedroom to our master bathroom, and I said, "You're going to prison," and I just walked out.
Did he say anything to you in response?
No.
What was his body language?
Guilty? This is my job too. I'm an emergency nurse. I worked at the boss for 3 years. In the ED, I've seen this shit and I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids. One of them's 12. Like, I just kept saying, give me a passcode, get out. And he was like, all right, then I'll leave. And I'm like, what is on your phone that's so bad that I would kick you out over? And he made comments about me in therapy and
What do you mean you in therapy?
No, he was like, I need therapy. He kept saying something like that, and then he told me that he was looking at porn of a pregnant woman, and I was like, that's not bad enough to make me leave you. Whatever, what is your problem? And then he said, this went on for like an hour back and forth, where I kept saying, just get out. And he kept saying, give me my phone. And I was like, I'm not, there's something on this phone that's so bad that you're willing to leave over it. So it's not, and
What's he drive?
An F-150.
As she speaks, officers document her account in detail, understanding that early statements like this are critical, especially in cases involving digital evidence. They take possession of the phone and begin the investigation, still not knowing where the strongest evidence will ultimately be found. But one of the most concerning things about the case was just about to be discovered.
Are you going to go with them?
Yeah, I think. At least till you guys find them or do whatever. I don't know what. I've got 2 kids.
Okay. I just need to know you're going to have a safe place.
Yeah,
Where does he work at?
Cedar Springs Public Schools. He's a maintenance man there.
35-year-old Mark LaBelle, who had just been accused of child pornography, works as a maintenance worker at Cedar Springs Public Schools. That definitely shouldn't be allowed to go on. On learning this, the school immediately suspended the suspect, pending further investigation. 2 days later,
So we're fixing to start watching where they are fixing to start interrogating him. This is the first time. I do too, Raymond. I truly, truly feel for her. Hey, Summers Army. Hello, everybody coming in. Anybody I missed? Merry Christmas to you, honey. I hope your Christmas was wonderful. I hope you and your family had a great time. And we're going into the new year. I hope everybody stays safe and has a wonderful, safe, happy new year. I love all of y'all. I'm so glad to see my night people. But this is the first time that they interrogated him. I want y'all to listen closely. This is the first time. Let me see. Hold on just a minute. I'm sorry. And Donna, I said hi to Donna a while ago. Let me put this back up there. All right, hold on just a minute.
detectives later interview Mark LaBelle, and he admits to consuming pornography and describes it as an addiction. But when asked about illegal material, he claims the images were AI generated and insists that no real children were involved.
Nah, but you just gotta let us know what she's gonna find so she doesn't get blasted on the side of it.
And I need to know if I need to open these downloads in a private setting or.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I
don't think I ever downloaded anything.
I'm sorry, I meant the phone download.
Oh, right.
So that would be your search history, everything that you type into that phone.
Yeah, the images, they go fine. I don't know if it works that way or not, but so the AI generates images, and then I don't know if it works that way or not, if you'll see those, but.
Yeah, she'll see exactly.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Will be in the download.
Right.
So
yeah, you'll see. It's AI, so it's not perfect. So it does a lot of weird stuff sometimes, but yeah, it'll be, just a lot of graphic images of basically that.
Of what specifically?
I don't know, like kids and adults.
How old kids?
Varies probably from 10 to. Even, into adulthood, really, because I was just doing things like, I was looking up, like, celebrities too and whatnot.
Sure, so you're just kind of ripping out new searches.
Yeah, I was just doing
messing with it.
Yeah, it was literally just, it was a lot of different things that I was making it do, basically.
Okay, and how often do you think you created these images?
For about a week straight, pretty much every day.
Does these idiots, not just him, do they really think that they're going to get away with this stuff? Oh, it was a week. I didn't do nothing. It was AI. I don't know how this works. I don't know. You know, come on, give me a break. Summer's Army, we missed your birthday, honey. Happy belated birthday. I really hope you had a good birthday too. You know I love you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to my sweet Summer's Army. Happy birthday to you. I hope it was wonderful. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you are here. Yep. Happy belated birthday. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, everyone coming in. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. I think this is important information to know, important information to get out. And I just think it's important. I think it's important for many reasons. But there is a trigger warning. And please, no young children in here. Please, viewer discretion is advised.
Every night it seemed like it was just, I don't know, it was something new and exciting.
Investigators note the explanation without challenging it directly, then request consent to examine his electronic devices. LaBelle agrees, a choice that quietly changes the direction of the case.
Did you guys want to go through that garage where all this stuff is? Because if you would find something.
We just did.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. So we didn't find anything. I know that might not feel a whole lot different than if we did, but we went through that. I tossed that truck. I mean, you know, it's not many hiding spaces there. It's pretty clean. So I don't at all want to dismiss your concern.
Yeah.
But I think at this point we've done everything that we can.
I appreciate you guys coming. I didn't realize the way it was described to me. The picture found on that phone was like overhead. Like Annabelle.
It's hard to say. But knowing that Detective Van Ree is an expert and he deals with this sort of stuff, sort of like Sergeant Cardenas, all the time. So that's all they work. So I'm confident in his assessment that he could not confidently say that that picture was a camera intended to surveil somebody without their knowledge. And I have seen those, plenty of them. So I don't.
What's with the hidden camera?
It honestly could be used for a lot of things. We, at my house, I've used not trail cameras, but like fishing line type of camera to find a wire to move the thermostat.
Mine might have been a maintenance man, but my dad did all that kind of stuff.
Listen, like I said, I don't want to dismiss your concern at all, but we at this point have left no stone unturned.
Have you seen?
This is the part where I got worried. I thought, Jesus, they are not going to do anything. Well, they didn't right then. However, they did do something, and they did find more. But this is the part I started to get worried. Now, his wife questioned everything, and she stayed on it. Her gut was talking to her. When your gut talks to you, you better answer that. Gut feeling, honey. Your guts are usually never wrong. Go with your gut, always. Always.
Searched his house, his dad's house, like whatever he took, because he took out of here a blue bag full of crap. I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough for that. But we did anything that was on his phones, his iCloud, his computer, all of it. We've searched it, and I have not found a shred of evidence that indicates anybody.
Okay, people, that should be a lesson to you. Just because police searches phones and shit you let them go through, or they have warrants that are there in the house, I want you to know that that is not always the case. And we're going to see that here in just a little bit. Please listen to that. You heard that cop. Nothing in the iCloud. They saw the AI, none of that. But the wife, again, she stayed so persistent. Thank God. Thank God.
Somebody from your family was involved.
But
that part is illegal. You cannot create AI images of juveniles involved in sexual activity or child welfare or any of it. But we didn't find that. And like I said, I'm not saying you didn't see that, but I'm saying we didn't find it. So
it was the first thing on his phone.
Yeah, even if he was searching under an incognito browser, we don't have the image. Now that if we would have found 5 more images or 2 more videos, that wouldn't have changed the charge. I mean, he was charged with aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material. So that the difference between those 2 things would not have changed his charge at all. We got him with the most that we could have.
I understand that, but if there's without proof.
When you see the judge for those custodial rights or child visitation, just make sure you're voicing those opinions.
And
their burden of proof and their decisions are made separate from ours. So I'm confident that any judge will come to the same conclusion as you have. Like, it's hello, right? Like, you can see how easy one would be connected to the other. But as far as charges and evidence, we don't have enough. But like I said, if that does change, if all of a sudden he wakes up and wants to have an honest conversation, not the conversations that he and I had about, I don't know anything about anything, believe me, like
I've heard of that.
Yes. So I appreciate your time and you cutting out of work.
If I can find that computer monitor, whatever that he tore down, the rest of that, you guys want that. He never threw anything away, so he either has it or it's somewhere.
The monitor is of no help.
No, like whatever is in the.
If you've got something, give me a call, and we'll work through that. And I'll talk with either Paul, Detective Van Ree, or Detective Day, and they are experts in those sort of things. And I want to make sure that we have all the evidence that's available. There's nothing else right now.
Okay.
That makes sense. Do you have any other questions or anything else we can do for you while we're here?
I appreciate you guys coming out.
When deputies follow up with LaBelle's wife, they explain that the phone she reported does not contain child sexual abuse material. The update is unexpected and briefly raises questions about where the investigation will lead, but detectives are careful not to treat the absence of evidence on one device as proof of innocence. Instead, they continue forward, knowing that digital cases rarely hinge on a single piece of hardware. That decision pays off when forensic analysts examine LaBelle's laptop and uncover more than 100 images of child sexual abuse material. Several of the images are confirmed through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, verifying that they depict real victims whose abuse has already been documented by authorities. At that point, the AI explanation collapses, and the case moves from uncertain
Okay, this is the second interview. I want to make sure that y'all listen to this, because I want y'all to see how he tries to explain this away. And again, thank God they listened to his wife. Thank God. I think at first I was listening to it, and I thought, God, they're not going to do nothing. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, that lady, one lady cop probably thinks they just got in a fight and she's trying to, you know, people do that, unfortunately, say things to get their spouse in trouble or whatever. That was not the case. The wife was right on the money. So let's continue.
To confirmation, the material is real, illegal, and extensive. By October 24th, court records show he is no longer employed at the school, and the district issues a statement emphasizing that he did not work directly with the students and that no students are believed to be involved. The message to families focuses on safety and transparency, while the investigation continues outside the school system. Detectives bring LaBelle in for a second interview, where they outline what was found on his laptop and explain that the images have been confirmed as known child sexual abuse material.
And I wanted to give you an opportunity to explain what was on that laptop, because like we spoke about before, I mean, this is your opportunity to bear everything. And what I told you before is I feared that, and I still have concern that what was on the laptop, either you're not accepting that that's yours, or you're trying to pawn it off on somebody else, and it's not getting to the root of your issues.
Right, I'm not trying to pawn it off on it. Like I said, I don't think anybody else would have access to it, because I don't know, but I mean, I downloaded a thing called Fappening probably a long time ago, which had like a lot. It was like a leak of people's pictures or something. So I downloaded that. So there was probably a bunch of pictures of random stuff. I don't know what would be on there. I never even got a chance to go through all of them. There were so many, I didn't realize it. Other than that, I have no idea what it could be.
So let's talk specifically about the child sexually abusive material that's on that laptop. I want to know where you got it.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there. I don't know why there would be anything actually associated on that laptop as far as that's, because I've never downloaded anything like that, or the only thing I've ever done was go to a website a long time ago on it, and it was like a forum, let's say, that just brings you to another website, but I've never downloaded anything or anything like that, because clearly I knew what I was doing was not right by any means, but I've never had anything other than that. I've never watched a video or anything. These are all just pictures that are online.
Okay, so the pictures that were online, do you remember what the website was called?
So the forum just takes you to random number websites. So I don't know. The forum was something land or something like that. And then you click on something.
Oh, he knows. He's just trying to get out of everything.
It's just an IP address basically. So I don't recall exactly. I can't believe there was actually anything on there. I really didn't know that.
So
let's see here. He don't recall, but he did mention a week. He don't recall, but he mentioned 10 years. He don't recall? Well, nobody believes him.
You have nothing else to give for that?
I really don't. I've literally never downloaded anything that I know of.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So like I said, I went through our Internet Crimes Against Children, downloaded all of your devices, and in your possession in the laptop was child abusive material, child sexually abusive material. We call child porn.
Right.
So I need to know who the pictures are of, because that was the.
That I would know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how it got on my laptop because I never downloaded anything. Maybe by accident, I guess, but
By
I don't.
accident, okay. So
I mean, I'm not saying I did. I just don't, because I don't know how it could have gotten there. It doesn't make any sense to me.
it doesn't make any sense, especially because you had over 100 images. 22 of those files were recognized by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's database as having
Yeah, so
hash values that are child porn. But there are those other images that
right.
are unknown. So I need to know where you got them.
Like I said, the only thing I know that I downloaded was the thing called the fappening, I think it was called. And they might have been mixed in with that. I don't know.
Okay, but what about going to the website?
No. No.
Because that is traditional child porn tradecraft.
Right.
Of one website to another, to another, to another.
Right. I've never downloaded anything. I really have. I don't know how that, like, I didn't even know it was on there.
Okay, have you viewed it? Have you viewed child sexually abusive material?
That's what I'm saying is I don't know how it would went on there. I know I use this AI stuff. Anything else I did was.
It's not AI, and it's
Yeah,
not.
well, and the laptop, like I said.
There is child sexual erotica, which is different, but the material is yours.
Yeah.
It's on your laptop.
I have no idea. I really don't. I mean, for one, it was over 10 years ago. I wouldn't even remember if I wanted to, but.
But when you fled your house, when you knew the police were coming,
what did you
grab?
Well, I grabbed my laptop, but I wanted some form of communication with
the keyboard doesn't even work.
Right. Well, you're right, it doesn't. But.
So.
You can use an external keyboard for a laptop, but.
What this investigation, do you have one?
Yeah, of course. You can get one for $5.
What this investigation is going to outline is that your wife found CSAM on your phone, and then we get involved.
Right.
And we have a conversation, and you say, no, all I've made is AI images.
Right.
And I give you the opportunity, and we have this long conversation, the three of us. And I download the phone, and okay, there's not a lot there. Those AI images, I don't feel confident that they were intended to depict a pubescent or prepubescent child.
Right.
They're they're in that gray area.
Well,
and I say,
that's not.
Right. But you know as well as I do that producing AI child porn is illegal.
Right, well, I didn't know that then, because I mean, I just didn't know. I also figured it was a gray area, because it's not real.
He's such a liar. I didn't know, but I also figured it was a gray area. He's picking up on what she's saying. Hey, wait, what? Hello, honey. Hello to anybody coming in. Thank you for being here. Sorry if I missed it. But yeah, he thinks it's a gray area. He's picking up, in my opinion, on everything she's saying, and he's trying to turn everything to his advantage. Of course he is. You know, I think at that time, he should have just said he wanted his attorney. I'm glad he got what he got.
I didn't know. I mean, clearly, morally, I knew it was wrong, but and when I started it, it was innocent, and then the AI itself decided to show me that, and that's kind of where it spiraled from. Didn't even ask for it. It's a technology that should not exist.
So that's where you want to end this, is that you have no culpability of.
I really don't know how it. I probably can't tell you how that got on my laptop. I really don't know.
All right. So at this point, you are under arrest for aggravated possession of child sexual abuse material and using a computer to commit a crime.
Right.
With 10 years or greater, both of those being 10-year felonies. So go ahead and kick your shoes off and empty your pockets, everything onto this table, please.
LaBelle listens as the detective explains the severity of the situation and what will happen next. LaBelle is arrested on October 29, 2024, and charged with aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material, along with using a computer to commit a crime. Bond is set at $50,000, and the case moves through the courts until February 2025, when LaBelle pleads no contest to the possession charge in exchange for the computer crime charge being dropped. Sentencing is scheduled for April 25th, with LaBelle facing up to 10 years in prison, a potential $50,000 fine, and lifetime sex offender registration.
Sorry. So that happened. That happened. They got him. He couldn't hide it. He couldn't hide it. He couldn't lie his way out of it. You know, he couldn't do any of those things. He couldn't do any of those things. This was where he is, Department of Corrections. Let me see something here. I know I do mine a little bit different. And then there's some of the information there. But you can go to the Michigan Department of Corrections. Again, I did FOIA some stuff. I will put it out when and if I get it, hopefully in 24 to 48 hours. And there's other things you can look up. But people they've asked if his wife, and that was something I asked too, if his wife ended up divorcing him. That may still happen, but I couldn't find any public information, honestly, that she did or is filed or anything like that. But that does not change what matters most. What matters most is that she did the right thing. She protected her children. She protected all the children, people she didn't even know. And that took a lot of strength and it took a lot of courage. It's not about curiosity. It's not about tearing anyone down. It's about protecting these children. A wife trusted her instincts. Thank God she did. Thank God she was persistent with those instincts. She faced a nightmare. No one ever expects to find anything like that with their spouse. She did the right thing, even though it likely, probably more than likely, shattered her entire world. And because she spoke up, real victims were identified and protected. There's no telling how many kids she saved. He worked in the school system, even though they say, well, he didn't directly work with them. It don't matter. It don't matter. Look, I don't speculate about the private family decisions. If she's divorced him, if she's not divorced him, I think she will, but I'm not going to speculate about that. I don't cross the lines that don't belong to me like that. I think she's a good person. I think she made the right decision, and I think she'll continue to go on and make the right decisions. And if you ever see something that puts a child at risk, even if it costs you everything, you need to report it. Money don't matter. Reputation don't matter. Your comfort don't matter. But these children, they do. They matter. If you're watching this and you're struggling with something very dark, please get help. But just remember, help don't mean silence. It don't mean harm either. If you or someone you know or love has been afraid to speak up, let this be your reminder here. Do the right thing. It's hard. The right thing is not easy, but doing nothing, saying nothing is way worse. You know, I do want to thank law enforcement. I think they did a great job, although at first I didn't think they were going to do anything. Sometimes we got to remember they're on it, even when we think they're not. So I want to thank this law enforcement for continuing to investigate when his lies kept being told. I want to acknowledge these victims, the ones seen, unseen, who deserve justice. They're the real victims here. And I want to remind every child out there, you matter and your safety comes first. But most of all, again, I can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough. I want to thank his wife. Never doubt yourself. Never. You did the right thing. You did the hard thing, but you did the right thing. If you need to report suspected child exploitation, then call 911, or you can call the National Missing Children 1-800-THE-LOST. You can report it online at report.cybertip.org. There's things you can do. Just don't be silent. Just don't be silent. Silence helps no one. Let me change this back here. Never forget this face. If your child or you have ever come in contact with this man, they may not even know it yet. Talk. Find out. Say something. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for listening. And as always, please protect your children. Speak up and choose what's right. Choose what's right. Not what's easy. Choose what's right. I'm going to go out with playing this song. I should put it as my outro song, but I play it intro too. I love it. I love it. It's me, and it's I stand my ground, and I do stand my ground.
She was born and bred in Nashville, but she walks the beaches down in Florida sand. A mother and wife, a daughter, a sister, trying hard to do the best she can. She found her voice with a heavy heart, looking for purpose with trembling hands. And giving this all a new start, moving ahead, speaking for ones who came. And she says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones unheard, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. Her mama fought cancer while she was
Thank you, Maud.
stories and
Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Please hit the thumbs up, like, share.
She'll follow wherever the story goes, seeking their dignity.
Always go with your gut.
She says I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and
He's in prison. He's in prison.
myself to be speaking for the ones on her. 'Cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. She said I am who I am, I stand my ground. Even when the nights get
Stand my
long
ground.
and rough, you'll hear myself. She'll be speaking for the ones of her. She's got a caring heart that won't be turned.
Won't turn my heart. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Smiley signing out. See you in the streets, YouTube streets, that is. Y'all have a good night.